in travel.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. If you haven't already, if you could pop yourselves on mute, that would be awesome. Feel free to leave your cameras on if you would like to, but if you are camera shy, this is being recorded, so if you don't want to be on the recording, but we have got the kind of main screen up with the presentation, so your face probably won't be shown. But I just wanted to say thank you so much for joining us, giving up your evening to spend some time catching up on our amazing cruise product with some of our amazing cruise partners this evening. So for those of you who don't know me, my name's Gemma Pinder-Davidson and I'm Head of Sales North. And we are joined by some fantastic cruise partners this evening, super excited. So I'll introduce those in a second, but this is actually the second virtual showcase that we've done. We did one earlier this year and had a great response that we thought, right, we can replicate this again. And as cruise is such a big focus for us, we decided to do that as our next one. And as you guys all know, you know, we're a trade only partner. So we only work with agents like yourselves. So it's just a great opportunity for us to kind of catch up with you all and bring you up to speed with what's happening. And as I said, we've got some really exciting presentations to take you through this evening. So we are joined by Natalie from SeaDream Yacht Club. We have Kelly with us from Regent Seven Seas Cruises. We have Ray with us from Ritz Carlton Yacht Collection, and then virtually, because they've been unable to make it last minute, but they have sent us a full-on presentation, so it's going to feel like they're in the room. And we're going to have Katie and Mark from Tradewind Voyages as well. So great session. So just to give you kind of an update on the agenda for the evening, I'm going to introduce the rest of the team in a second, and then we're going to jump in to the first part of presentation. We did ask if any of you had any questions, and lots of you have come back to us, which is amazing, because we are going to have an Ask the Expert section later on this evening. So we've got lots of questions there, but we will have a quick Q&A at the end of each kind of partner session if there's any specific questions about that brand for our presenters. So yeah, if you do want to pop those in the chat, but we will be covering off a lot of kind of generic cruise stuff at the end. And also make sure you've got your mobile phones handy and that you're also paying attention and taking notes, because we are going to have an interactive quiz at the end, and we've got some fantastic prizes which the cruise partners have donated as a thank you for you all taking the time to join us. So we will be doing that a little bit later on. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to the team who are on the call. There might be a few familiar faces. So Gordon and Tracy aren't unfortunately able to make it this evening, but there's myself and Charlotte, who's our Head of Sales South. We've also got David Irving on, who's our Sales and Operations Director. And we're also joined by Leslie, who's our Reservations Manager as well. And there are a couple of our cruise specialists who have jumped on to get all of the latest updates from our cruise partners too. So I'm going to hand across to Charlotte now, but I will be back later because I'm going to be hosting the Ask the Expert session. So thanks again for taking the time. I hope you find it a really useful evening, and I will speak to you all in a short while. Charlotte, over to you.
Thank you. So we're starting off with just a quick if only update. So just a reminder, we are 100% trade focused and our service is second to none. We are that team that will go the extra mile. We've got destination specialists for each region, and we've got teams working within beach and tailor-made, and we're going to introduce you to some of our cruise specialists again this evening. I think the biggest reminder is that we pay commission on the entire holiday cost, including the tax, and we'll always look to do special requests where possible. We work with you for price matches where possible, and we're incredibly competitively priced. We've got strong relationships with all suppliers, and that just shows you this evening. We've got 4 of our key cruise suppliers with us. We have strong contracts with scheduled airlines, beautifully presented travel documents, a less than 1% complaint ratio, and again, dual branded e-quotes. So when you are contacting us for any cruise inquiries, we're ensuring that they look professional and easy to read for your customers. Our product range obviously includes cruise, but we do have an extensive range of luxury beach resorts, quirky boutique gems and elegant city hotels. So that will really help when we're tailor-making any cruise inquiry for you. Our products are hand-selected to offer the best quality luxury products with a wide range of budgets. And we've actually reduced our partners by 20% to ensure that we have the right standard of product for all of our agent clients. We are high-end luxury, 5-star. We also have a few leading 5-star properties along a selection of unique 4-star options as well for your customers. So from single centre holidays to multi-centre trips, to tailor-made private touring, group touring with a select number of partners, honeymoon packages and overseas weddings across a range of destinations, our long-haul luxury cruising and private yacht hire, which is what you're all here for this evening, tailoring that with villas in the Caribbean, Indian Ocean, USA and Far East, and even adding on those self-drive adventures and motorhome trips, particularly in USA, Canada, Australia and New Zealand. We're really excited that our If Only Agent website has had a bit of a facelift. So if you haven't logged on recently, please do. There's lots of more interactive offers and deals, and we're showcasing our hotels in the best way possible. But I'm really excited to share that later on this year, you will be able to quote and book single centre holidays yourself online. So if you're not already following us on the Facebook If Only Partners group, you need to be on here and we'll keep you updated with the progress of our bookable site. Brochures are still available to order through Tradegate. We also have online brochures for all of our home working agents. And we will have new brochures coming soon as well. And they are just beautiful. They are that coffee style brochure. Now, I just wanted to give you a gentle reminder that we are doing lots of incentives at the moment. And this is our latest one running with New South Wales. We're giving one lucky agent a chance to win £1,000 holiday voucher to a Sydney or New South Wales holiday of your choice. And all you have to do is book New South Wales between now and the 6th of June. So it's just a gentle reminder as an incentive that we currently have running. So this is what we're here for this evening, our luxury cruise collection. We only work with 13 selected cruise lines. And when it comes to cruise, we only work with 5- and 6-star partners. We combine our If Only product from luxury hotels to touring. We have an experienced department who've got the ability to tailor-make bespoke cruising and stay itineraries. And we have over 100 years of cruise experience. We have a cruise concierge, and we also pay commission on all elements, which I'm sure we're going to learn more about this evening. So if you're just wanting to know how to contact us, our phone lines are open 9 till 5:30 Monday to Friday and 9 to 5 on Saturdays. We can take email quotes, so you've got beach.sales@ifonly.net and tailormade.sales@ifonly.net. If you have an existing inquiry, you can always contact us at book@ifonly.net and we'll contact you to get this booked for you. Our shortest call wait times tend to be early mornings or late afternoons. And we are growing the team with 3 new team members have joined our reservations team, and this is to help to get to your calls quicker. You can connect with us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. And here's our reservations and after sales number. We also have a WhatsApp group now for offers. You can find the link for this on the If Only Partners page on Facebook. We ask you to fill in your contact details and we will add you to the group. Now, without further ado, I'm going to hand you over to Natalie. She's from our SeaDream Yacht Club and she's going to take you through an incredible presentation. So Natalie, over to you.
Thank you so much, and thank you for inviting us and organising tonight. We really appreciate it, and hopefully there's a few people out there that have not really sold SeaDream or not heard of us, because we are quite a unique offering, but hopefully there's some of you out there that have sold us. I've seen a few people on the chat that I recognise, so hello. And if you have sold us before, then there is still a lot to tell you about, because we have just spent $10 million refurbishing our 2 beautiful little ships. So next slide, please. I feel like I'm in number 10 when they were doing that. Next slide, please. So yes, we like to say it's yachting, not cruising. Enjoy the difference. And we've got just 2 ships, SeaDream 1, SeaDream 2, and they are both identical. And they cater for just 112 guests. For those of you that haven't ever sold SeaDream before, and you want to know the difference about how we differ from a yacht, Well, I guess the main difference is we cater for just over 100 guests, and we have a crew of 95, so it's a pretty much a 1-to-1 guest to crew ratio. The other main point that I just absolutely love about traveling on a yacht is we take you to all the undiscovered little destinations that big cruise ships don't go to. Am I getting a bit of feedback through my mic, or is it okay? Because I can hear it, but
yeah, no. There's a tiny bit.
Okay, let me just take off. Let me try without these headphones, cheap off Amazon. I'll teach. Okay. So next slide, please. So yeah, the main difference, I would say, it's all about going to those tiny little destinations that big ships just can't get to. So,
is it not letting you?
You've disappeared now completely, I think.
And also, I don't know if Charlotte's clicked because it's not moved on. Can you hear us, Natalie? Oh no, Natalie's
sorry, was I just talking to myself then?
Yes, you were.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. You've disappeared again.
Right, okay, I'm going to keep with the dodgy headphones. I do apologise.
Yeah, it just sounded a bit breezy. It was fine. It just sounded like you were on deck. No
okay,
problem.
fine, we'll go with that. I am on deck. Look, I'm on our Balinese beds, so I do apologise, guys, talking to myself then. Right, I was just basically saying it's all about the one-to-one service. It's, you know, when you arrive, sometimes I love cruising, I love all cruising, but you know, sometimes you arrive in a port and it's just all big cranes and you know, like cargo ships and everything. You don't get that on SeaDream. When we go around to the Caribbean, we go into Bequia, which literally the only other yachts there are kind of personal yachts, so the biggest will be the biggest there and the biggest allowed into the little bays that we visit. So you become part of this little elite club of yachters, which is pretty cool. Next slide, please. I only gathered that no one was listening because I was saying next slide and no one was saying next slide. I was like, oh, okay, I've got a problem. So it's all inclusive. I think most luxury cruise lines are all inclusive, and we're no different. So once you step on board, there's you know, all the attention to detail is just incredible. I like to show this picture because this is our captain greeting everybody, and this shows how relaxed it is. So what you want to get from tonight, hopefully, is to work out what cruise to offer which customer. So if you've got customers that don't like to dress up, just want to relax, then SeaDream is the perfect spot for them. Next slide, please. Food is incredible. We win a lot of awards for the food, and one of the nice things is the crew really get to know you. So the captain, the hotel director, but the chef gets to know you. You can't get that when you're on a big ship, no matter how great the service is. And before you know it, you've been chatting about your favorite food, and then literally 2 days later, ta-da, it's on the menu. So very, very special experiences like that. We also have an amazing raw menu as well. Next slide. Dining Alfresco. We can cater for everybody on SeaDream to dine outside, so that's pretty exclusive, and it's one of the reasons why people travel with us. There was a reason we didn't travel around the UK during lockdown, and that was because we have to rely on good weather on SeaDream. So most customers want to dine outside every single night. We're British, we're actually Norwegian owned, so we've got a lot of European guests, so they do not want to sit inside, they want to dine outside. And as I mentioned, we go to those tiny little ports, so you can imagine St. Bart's twinkling in the distance, or I am just going to put a nod in for one of our med destinations. We're so small that we can get right into the heart of the old town of Dubrovnik, so you can sit and have dinner in the old town of Dubrovnik. Wow. So very cool. We of course have the marina. What yacht doesn't have a marina? But the thing that I love about SeaDream, and I said it's very relaxed and it's fun, and we've got a banana boat, because why not? And we've got amazing toys to play with, from motorized sports to the non-motorized sports. We also do the swimming platforms. On our transatlantic cruises, you can stop we stop mid-cruise and it's just fantastic. So you can swim in the ocean. So now I'm going to run through our refurb for all of those of you that have sold SeaDream before. I'm starting with the teak decking. I know I'm spoiling you, aren't I? But basically, we've spent a lot of money on this teak decking, and we've changed all the carpets. So as I mentioned earlier, we've spent $10 million on the ships, and it's just a complete renovation. They've been in for about 6 weeks, I think, in total. So starting with the teak decking, all the poolside furniture. If we go up to deck 6, these are our Balinese beds. Oh my God, everybody absolutely loves our Balinese beds, and they're a real signature for any regular of SeaDream. And they've all been updated, but they're still the same for those regular customers that love them. And you sit there with your cocktail, and this is the thing about yachting, you're at one with the ocean. When you're on an ocean ship, you're quite often 16, 17 decks up, but with a yacht, you really are at one. So really incredible. If we go to the next slide, and this, we've introduced some little hot tubs. So very COVID friendly. If you don't want to share the jacuzzi, if you don't want to have a party in the big jacuzzi downstairs by the pool, then we've got our little 2-man, 2-women hot tubs, and they have beautiful 360-degree panoramic views out to the ocean. So if you go on to the next slide, that really showcases those. And it's just, I mean, hopefully you're getting an idea of what SeaDream is all about. It's all about relaxing, enjoying a cocktail, enjoying just reading a book, cup of tea, whatever it is you need to do. Next slide. So this is the top of the yacht bar. This is my favorite place to go. This hasn't changed really, because we've kept with the signature SeaDream blue, but I had to put it in because it's my favorite area. It's because the thing about SeaDream is lots of small places, so you get a really intimate atmosphere. So, and this is where they throw a party at the end of the evening, so it's very good fun. Next slide, please. That's not all about partying. Go on board SeaDream. You can really look after yourself. Wellness. We have the only Thai certified spa at sea. We also, as I mentioned, we have our wellness package as far as all the raw food and everything. And if we go to the next slide, it should show yoga. On our Caribbean cruises, we can do a sunrise yoga on the beach. We do Pilates, so Tai Chi, so really, really nice wellness experiences. In the Caribbean, we also have our caviar and champagne and splash parties. These are so popular. I mean, why not? We're feeding you champagne and caviar on the beach. The beach is just shut just for you. I think you can see in this picture in the background the type of vessels that we're surrounded by. So you can see a little catamaran in the distance. That's it. And it's just completely shut for us. And we bring all the water toys to the beach, and it's all included. So you know what they were talking about, the guys were talking about at the beginning, about when you're looking at the cost, when you're looking at an all-inclusive package, it's just so nice to know that you're in the commission on your whole guest experience, which is lovely. We have all the water toys included, as well as the non-motorized sports, but we also have the bikes that go out. But I always show this side because it reminds me that our crew like to do some really nice crew-led shore excursions. So they might take you on a bike ride, or maybe in Sabre, they might take you to the Caribbean and take you on a nice little hike. So always recommend doing our crew-led shore excursions. They're really fun and they're complimentary. So this is the rooms, the renovations of the rooms. So this is taken in the evening, the mood lighting. But I show in this picture because you can go on and look at all our photos, but also it shows you our standard room that leads in just under 200 square foot. The next slide is showing you our deck 2. So deck 2, deck 3, deck 4 are all identical. So it's really easy to sell SeaDream, but just deck 2 is a porthole. But I like to show this slide so that you can sell deck 2 with confidence, because if you've got somebody that's on more of a budget, then actually you can say, yeah, and the amount of time they're going to be in their room. Now, if we're talking about budgets here, and hopefully you're getting an idea of the experience and thinking, wow, how much is SeaDream? If I said to you that for just over £2,500 per person, they could experience the Caribbean, obviously, if only we'd add the flights to that and a hotel package, but we have some really, really good lead-in prices in our deck 2s. Deck 3 is the next, so it's exactly the same room, but you just get a lovely picture room window. And then you go up to our Commodore Suites, which are 2 rooms joined together, which is the next slide, and that's 400 square foot. And these sometimes, in some cases, are more popular than our owner's suite and our Admiral Suite. I knew my mum's dog, I'm looking after her, and knew she was going to start barking. Sorry. Yeah, these, and you get a his and hers bathroom. So some people prefer that. You're also quite good for families, and actually, you know, families, we don't have a kids club, we're not really suitable for younger families, but from 12, I would say, plus, or 10 plus, you know, think of all those motorized sports, they're allowed to go on them with their parents, the paddle boards. Families love coming on SeaDream. It's a really wonderful experience. Next slide, please. I show this slide again just to remind myself, yes, we have a TV in the room, you'd hope we do, but it's on demand. But also there's a lot of going on in the rooms that you won't have seen, that the customer won't see. So like the air conditioning, very, very important in this world, that, you know, it's just going into the room totally unfiltered, coming back out. So it's not recircled air. So that's super important. And of course, all the classics that you'd expect from SeaDream, so like 24-hour room service. Next slide, please. So the Caribbean, so I haven't actually got the slide with all the islands that we go to, so I'm going to talk you through it just really quickly. So Barbados round trip is our most popular from the UK for obvious reasons, and we go to Bequia, we go to all the gorgeous little Grenadines and Spice Islands, and people just love it. Then we have, great to have dogs. I'm just going to go and shut the door for just 2 seconds. Do you know what? I love working from home, but there are some things where you just think, sorry about that. Right, so we also go up to the BVIs. So you have St. Bart's, as I mentioned, San Martin, which the team can obviously, if only, can do via KLM or France. And then new for 2024, which we are just about to launch, we are introducing Antigua as one of our main hubs. So I think that, I mean, destination wise, it's pretty much all the little islands. Now I'm going to throw this one in here, charters. I'm sure the whole team, if only and myself, would absolutely love it and probably fall off our chair if you introduced a charter client to us, but you never know. And if I don't tell you about it, you're not aware of it. Chartering SeaDream is really, really easy. We make it easy. You can imagine if there's just 50, 60 people, doesn't have to be a wedding, can be a post-COVID party, lots of missed celebrations. You don't have to charter it for the full night. You can charter it for 3 nights, and it costs $300,000 for 3 nights. It's basically $100,000 a night in the Caribbean. So you can take it for as long as you like, but to know that you can only do it for a minimum of 3 nights is quite a nice little option. So just going to leave that little thought with you. No expectations, but you never know. Imagine the commission on that one. And then, but if you don't have a charter, back in the real world, Nats, then obviously we do amazing groups. You can host a group if you've got a group of friends. I've got an agent that's sold out on November Barbados this year because he's hosting a group, and he held the price, which is quite a nice thing to do. And he's got free places, 2 free rooms. So he's got a free place for him and his partner. And then he's also paid for the other room to pay for his flights and hotels. So, but you don't, or you can just have it as extra commission. So. And then I think we talk about, yeah, so protocols, we still require the antigen test on arrival, which we provide. But do you know what? The best thing is just go on our website, because things are changing so rapidly. We don't require mask wearing now. You know, just check on the website before your clients travel with us is my best advice. And please go to .com, not .co.uk. And then I'm nearly finished. Please stay in touch with us. But I wanted to share our agent rates. I think I shared what our, if you go to the next slide, it should be our prices. Yeah. For agents. So we'd love you to come on board. We haven't actually launched our Caribbean ones yet. We will be soon, but they lead in at $214 a day, which, when you think our average selling price is $5,000 for a week per person, that's a really good deal for an agent rate. So we want you to come on board and experience it. We don't do fam trips, unfortunately. I wish we did, but we don't. So come on, let me know, and I'll get you on board so you can experience it for yourself. Then you can tell you, because once you've experienced it, We have such a high repeat business. And it's just the best because you just sit in and it goes straight to if only and then straight to you. It all works out. So so yeah, it comes to you via if only. I think that's how it works, but I'm sure Lorraine can answer that at the end. And that's it from me. So last slide, if you didn't need a reason as to why to book SeaDream compared to, you know, customers that aren't looking for a big cruise ship experience, then hopefully this will showcase it. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you, Natalie. So does anybody have any questions? You can pop them into the chat box before we say goodbye to Natalie and move on to our next cruise line.
I've got a question.
Oh, brill.
Natalie, that looks amazing. Thank you so much for the presentation.
Thank you.
What are your sustainability things? You know,
yeah. I mean, Atla, our founder, is he's vegan, and so we have amazing raw menus. If I'm honest with you, it's quite hard because our ships are a little bit older, but we do have everything as far as using the best fuel that we can, and we have the glasses, so we don't have any plastic water bottles. Okay. So things like that, every little thing we can do, we are doing. And I know when we do eventually get round to building a new ship, it will be fully sustainable. That's the plan. But that's, you know, that's not hot gossip. There's no plans as yet, but that's the future of the SeaDream, definitely.
As I was thinking we were getting an exclusive then.
Yeah, no, I'm afraid not.
That's brilliant. Has anyone else got anything else?
There's one more in the chat, Charles. Someone was just asking, is there anything that's not included in the SeaDream?
Yeah, there is actually. Hands up. Wi-Fi at the moment is $99. Okay. The reason being is because our Wi-Fi is quite slow, but it's something that we worked on with the refurb. So SeaDream 1 has been done and SeaDream 2 has been done. So as soon as we've got both the ships with decent Wi-Fi, we won't charge. But at the moment, because we don't want everybody going on it all at once, we are charging the $99. So, but watch this space, that will be moving. But everything else, gratuities, champagne, fine wines. Yes, if you want a bottle of Cristal, or if you want, you know, a $600 bottle of brandy, they've got a cop up for that. But yeah, generally everything you need is included, apart from spa treatments and shore excursions. But as I said, the crew do some wonderful crew-led shore excursions, and the Caribbean, it's not like you need a shore excursion. You just get off and wander around in your flip-flops, don't you? So
absolutely. No, that's brilliant. Thank you ever so much for your time this evening, Natalie.
Thank you for having me. Bye,
There's
guys.
a couple more questions there, but we'll get, because we're short on time, what we'll do, we'll get Natalie to answer those, and we'll send an update with any outstanding questions.
I'll just type in the chat box while you move on to the next part.
Perfect. Thanks, Natalie.
Okay, so without further ado, we're now going to hear from the Regent Seven Seas Cruises. So I'm just going to spotlight and make sure that she's not on mute. The lovely Kelly. So let me just find her. Won't be a second. She's somewhere. Where's she gone?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Still with us? Yeah. No, that's brill. Just checking. Just gonna pop a spotlight on you.
Wonderful. Make sure it's my good side though, yeah?
Yeah, there you go. You're right at the top now, so we won't lose you. So I'm gonna hand over to you, Kelly.
Thank you so much. Hello everybody. Thank you for joining us in your evening. Really appreciate all of your time today, just to learn a little bit more. So I'm going to talk you through Regent Seven Seas Cruises today, and hopefully I'll give you all of the information. But if you do have any questions, please feel free to ask away, and I'll try and answer them best I can at the end. It's £20 per question, okay? Absolute bargain. Right, we'll move on to why Regent. What makes us so different compared to all of our competitors out there in the marketplace? Well, just have a think for a moment about what your guests think about when they're looking to book a holiday. Now, it could be the world-class accommodations that they're after. They want luxury and they want to feel like it is their home away from home, but they want all of the luxuries that they'd expect of a 6-star service. Perhaps it is the service that's the most important deciding factor for your guests when they are looking to book a cruise, and they're looking for a 6-star level of service and refinement. Maybe it's just down to the dining, and you know, they want different choices and different options. They want world-class Michelin star dining options, or perhaps it's simply the destination, as we know is always the deciding factor when you are looking to go on holiday, and they're looking to explore new destinations, and they want time to be able to explore and really get to see these places that they're going to. Well, with Regent Seven Seas Cruises, of course, we include all of that, but we include so much more. So what really sets us apart is the fact that we are offering an all-inclusive experience here, and it's an all-inclusive ocean cruising experience. So we include absolutely everything in the one fare. That's the flights, that's the transfers, that's the specialty dining, the premium drinks, of course, will be included in this. Unlimited Wi-Fi throughout the vessel will be included. All suite accommodation is included. The service charges, the gratuities will be included, as well as valet laundry in every single suite grade is included. And then our biggest USP is the fact that we include unlimited excursions in every single port of call, meaning really and truly there is no need for your guests to put their hand in their pocket unless they really want to for the duration of their voyage. So it's all included in that one fare. It just completely takes away all of the hassle and stress, and it means that they can completely relax and enjoy the world's most luxurious fleet. But we're so much more than just those inclusions. We believe that travel perfection is defined by the details that create each moment. Therefore, to deliver a truly unrivaled experience is all about anticipating the needs and the desires of your guests before they perhaps even realize that they need something. It's already been thought about, it's already been taken care of. And I'll just use the example of, you know, early embarkation, so midday arrival, and they're going to stroll directly onto the ship into the beautiful atrium where they'll be greeted by some of our senior officers there, in a white glove service, and a glass of champagne will be handed to them upon arrival. Then they walk into their beautiful suites, and these accommodations are stunning. There's a bottle of champagne on ice there ready and waiting for them. There's a mini bar which will be restocked daily, complimentary of course. They've got a walk-in wardrobe with plenty of coat hangers for all of their outfits. They've got marble appointed bathrooms with L'Occitane amenities, the fluffy robe, the towels, the slipper, the media console with hundreds of movies on demand. They've literally thought about absolutely everything, and by doing so it allows your guests to be able to relax and fully embrace the most incredible and amazing lavish amenities and beautiful destinations and the world's most luxurious fleet. So our brand promise and unrivaled experience is ultimately what sets us apart, and it absolutely answers the question, why Regent? If we can move on to the next slide, please. So as I said, the biggest USP for us, of course, is these shore excursions. These are unlimited. They are absolutely included. And what that means is we are traveling all over the world to over 450 ports of call worldwide, as I said. And that's itineraries that last from 7 nights. That's the shortest itinerary that we offer, all the way up to 143 nights if your guests fancy it, okay? All over the world, as I said. And every time we get into a port, you've got hundreds and hundreds of excursions to choose from, which is absolutely brilliant, and all included. And then they're not just your tea and wee tours, as I like to call them. So these are real adventures. There's something for every taste, every style, every ability, absolutely crucially as well. So that can be anything from cycling or walking tours to ziplining through the jungle, to America's Cup racing in St. Martin's, to Isomangaliso Wetland National Park in Africa, to whale watching in Juneau, or going on the George Crab and Inlet Fest in Ketchikan, and actually boarding a 36-foot pontoon boat and going out into a remote estuary and pulling up crab pots before dining on Dungeness crabs back at the Alaskan Lodge and experiencing that world famous hospitality there. White Pass Railways in Skagway. I could go on and on and on. There's a ton of excursions. We try and arrive into these ports of call as early as possible, and then we leave as late as possible. We include many overnight stays as well for your guests to enjoy, and there's plenty of opportunities to partake in evening excursions. So your guests are allowed to do as many excursions as time permits in each port of call, okay? So that means they can do up to 2 or even 3 within a day. No limitation to that, as many as time permits. And we only take small groups along on these tours as well, so only a maximum of 30 guests on each of these tours, which really does guarantee a VIP exclusive experience absolutely every single time. If we can move on to the next slide, please. I'd like to talk about the unrivaled space at sea. because that really is something that we're very, very proud of. It's something that we've been doing for 30 years, in fact, so it's not new for us. It's not a revolutionary concept at all, but it is absolutely a key differentiator now. As we all know, moving forward within the industry, space is so important to your guests. Now, our ships are all built in such a way that they can actually hold double the amount of guests than they actually do. We believe space is a luxury element, so we make sure that we give it to your guests in abundance. Now, the smallest addition to our fleet is Seven Seas Navigator, holding a grand total of only 480 guests. The largest ship that we have, though, is Seven Seas Splendor and Seven Seas Explorer, and they hold a grand total of only 732 guests. However, the ships are like 56,000 tons, so as you can imagine, they could easily carry well over 2,000 guests. So we are all about the space on board, and it means no queues, no waiting in line, no having to worry at all, not having to run around the ship trying to secure a sunbed, for example, or a sun lounger. There's always plenty of space for absolutely everyone, and because of that, it allows us to have these incredible, beautiful, spacious suites on board as well. So all of the ships are built in a way, as I said, that they could hold double the amount of guests than they actually do, and we believe that unrivaled space at sea is so important. And we'll move on to the next slide so I can introduce you to the world's most luxurious fleet. So as I said, we've got Seven Seas Navigator, the most intimate edition of the fleet, with 480 guests in total. Then we have Seven Seas Marina and Seven Seas Voyager, both holding a grand total of only 700 guests. And then Seven Seas Explorer and Seven Seas Splendor with 732 guests. Please make sure you have a look at our website, check out our virtual tours where you can actually see all of these ships, but also make sure you check out Channel 5, because we've done various documentaries now over the last few years. So you'll see some documentaries on there about the building of the world's most luxurious ship, Seven Seas Explorer, and you'll also see luxury perfected Seven Seas Splendid feature on there. So if you just go on to My 5, search cruise, you'll be able to get a real fantastic insight into these ships and why we are proud to boast that we absolutely do have the world's most luxurious fleet. It's really going to help you with your Regent Seven Seas Cruises knowledge, and make sure you get your guests to watch that as well. To talk to you about the Spacious Suites and the world-class accommodations on board, they're absolutely huge, these suites. We are proud to boast that we have some of the largest suites and most spacious balconies at sea as well for your guests to enjoy. So our entry grade level of suites start at 301 square feet of space, and they can go up to 341 square feet, as you can see here. That's our deluxe veranda suites here. They're absolutely beautiful. Now, all of the ships have suites. We have no cabins whatsoever, all suite accommodation, and all with balconies as well, with the exception of Seven Seas Navigator. Now, Seven Seas Navigator has 90% balcony suite, with the remaining 10% having a huge picture window. So you're always guaranteed to have a suite, and you're always guaranteed to have a room with a view. Now, going from the deluxe veranda suite, your entry grade level of suite, it's always worth looking into upgrading them to a concierge level of suite. The reason for that is you're going to get a little bit more space here as well. They go all the way up to 464 square feet of space. But specifically on board Seven Seas Splendor and Seven Seas Explorer, in the concierge suite, you'll find the elite king size slumber beds actually face the balcony, and our guests absolutely love that. You do get benefits for staying in these concierge suites as well, so additional benefits. One of those, the biggest one, of course, is the fact that they'll have a pre-cruise hotel stay before embarkation, but they also have extended reservations for shore excursions of 360 days and for dining reservations of 90 days as well. So it's always worth looking at that small upgrade there, because your guests are absolutely going to benefit by doing so. Then, of course, we've got the Penthouse Suite. So again, benefits of upgrading here. They're going to get all of the amenities I've just mentioned from concierge suites, but they'll also receive a dedicated butler for staying in a Penthouse Suite as well. More space here, once again, up to 644 square feet of space. Top tip for you as well, if they are looking to sail in a Penthouse Suite and the itinerary at any point touches Europe, they automatically will have their flights upgraded to business class for doing so. So it's always worth looking into that when they are looking specifically to do transatlantic crossings or something like that. But that's a bit of a top tip for you. Just to mention as well, we haven't got a slide here to feature it, but our suites go all the way up to the most exclusive address at sea, which is the Regent Suite. Now, the Regent Suite is exclusive to Seven Seas Explorer and Splendor, And it, as I said, it's the most exclusive address at sea at a staggering 4,443 square feet of space. It's massive. It's got a Steinway grand piano featured in it. It's got a mattress that retails over $200,000. So it's extremely opulent, extremely luxurious. Make sure you look at the virtual tours on our website once again, because you'll be able to navigate your way around all of these suites and understand exactly why we say we have some of the largest suites and balconies at sea for doing so. Okay, if we can move on to the next slide, please. I feel like I'm rushing through this, so I'm so sorry. I'm just trying to make sure I fit into the 15 minutes. So we do, of course, have some wonderful special offers specifically built in for us for the lovely, lovely If Only. So I'm just going to talk you through one of these here, which is a Caribbean special. And as you can see here, it is 10 nights. It's going to be on board the beautiful Seven Seas Navigator. So as I said, 480 guests on board Navigator, departing on the 3rd of February. However, because it's an If Only special, we're going to be building in that hotel package for you to enjoy as well. So 3 nights pre-cruise at the Fairmont Royal Pavilion in a luxury oceanfront room. It's one of Barbados's most beautiful hotels, and of course, platinum fast track airport service will come as standard as being a guest of the Fairmont Hotel there as well. So they get the 3-night pre-cruise in Barbados before boarding Seven Seas Navigator on the 3rd of February, as I said there. Everything will be inclusive, as I mentioned, on board the ship. All of their excursions will be included as well. The transfers, the VIP fast track will be included as part of this. We're looking here at a deluxe window suite fare of $6,699 per person, with all of that included. Or for the additional, they can bump themselves up to a veranda suite with a balcony at $7,599 per person. There is also upgrades here from economy on British Airways flights for an additional £700 per person, subject to availability. And that is flights departing and going back into London Heathrow. So it's a lovely, lovely itinerary as well. What you'll see with the itinerary, of course, is that absolutely every single day is a day in port. You've got no sea days there whatsoever, so they're going to get to see the best of the Caribbean here as they enjoy all of those fantastically beautiful islands and take advantage of all of those amazing excursions there as well. And we'll send all of these details, of course, across to you at the end of today's presentation. Okay, next slide, please. So always worth remembering with Regent Seven Seas Cruises that absolutely everything is included. Your guests will not have to put their hands in their pocket unless they really want to for the duration of the cruise. So to reiterate on that, their flights, their transfers, the specialty dining, all of their premium drinks, their unlimited included shore excursions, the Wi-Fi throughout the vessel, the pre-cruise hotel package if they're staying in a concierge suite, the service charges, the gratuities, the valet laundry, the list goes on and on and on. So just taking into account all of those different elements there being included, they're not going to have to worry about a thing. And if you just move on to the next slide, this really sums it up for us with a bit of a cruise comparison here. So this is an Alaskan itinerary that we've put together, 7 nights Suites to Vancouver. As you can see, this is based on one of our premium competitors against Seven Seas Marina here. Now our fare starts at the beginning of the cruise at $4,689 per person, with the competitor at only $2,949 per person. So Seven Seas Marina, you're looking at a 48,000 ton ship with 700 guests and a fantastic crew to guest ratio there as well. With the competitor, 2,138 guests on a 90,000 ton vessel there as well. But as I said, it looks like a really good price at the second. So if we just move on to the next slide, you'll see with the competitor, once they actually get to Alaska, they're going to have to pay for their flights and their transfers, their shore excursions, their premium drinks package, their specialty dining, the unlimited Wi-Fi, the service charges, and the gratuities. And of course, with Regent Seven Seas Cruises, as I mentioned, all of that's included with a choice of 44 included shore excursions on that particular 7-night Alaskan itinerary. So by the time the cruise has finished and they disembark the vessel, if you just go to the next slide, what you're going to see is that our fare has stayed exactly the same at £4,689. Our competitor has now risen to £5,450. So the message is always, it is not what you pay to get on the ship, it's what you pay to get off of the ship. And get that across to your guests. Talk to them about it. What did you spend on your last cruise? Did you have to pay for excursions? Did you have to pay for the specialty dining? Did you have to upgrade your suites? And you almost see the penny drop the biggest hurdle that Regent Seven Seas Cruises face, if they don't know enough about us as a company, is price. So it's about having that confidence to be able to explain the value within that fantastic package and that everything's included and they're not going to have to worry about a thing. Next slide, please. Thank you very much. I just want to mention our current campaign, valid for you until the end of June, Upgrade, Explore and More, offering your guests the opportunity to book in at select voyages here for a 2-suite category upgrade. So they could be upgraded to a concierge suite, or if they're already booking in at a concierge suite, they'll automatically be upgraded to a penthouse suite. Top suite they can be upgraded to is a penthouse suite A, but lovely to have all of those benefits included there as well. That's complimentary. They'll also receive $1,000 shipboard credit. And I know you're about to say, Kelly, you've just said everything's included. What are you going to spend the money on? There are things you could spend it on. You could use it for a treatment in the spa. If you want to buy me a handbag or some perfume, I'll absolutely take it. That's fine. Or there's things called Regent Choice excursions as well. Now, these are very intimate. It could be just like a couple, just 2 people that want to go off and do a helicopter tour, for example. There is a supplement for that, so they could use that shipboard credit for that. Next slide, please. So keep your eyes open for that. There are some fantastic voyages there to get those 2-suite category upgrades in the shipboard credit. Just want to mention, if you haven't done so already, make sure you join us on Facebook on Regent Trade. Get your phones out right now and scan that QR code. That gives you all of our updates, top tips and competitions as well. So lots and lots of opportunities there for you to keep up to date and informed with Regent Seven Seas Cruises. Next slide, please. I am nearly done, I promise, I know. And a booking incentive for yourselves as well. There you go. Most importantly, this is what you want to hear today. Now, if you do make a booking for a first-time Regent guest, that's a guest that's never cruised with us before and they don't have a future booking with us, before the 31st of May, we're going to give you 300 quid for doing so as a bit of an incentive for us. Okay, so make sure you study up on Regent, listen to what I've said today, get out there, promote Regent to your guests, and we'll give you £300 for doing so if they make a booking. And I think, is that it? Is that everything? Yes, that's it. I'm done. Thank you so much for listening in. I'm sorry that was a lot of information to get out in 15 minutes, but I think I just about did it, right? Hopefully.
Oh, it was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much. So, have we got any questions, Gemma?
Yeah, there's a couple in the chat. So someone was asking, Kelly, which ships have the suites where you've got the beds that face the ocean?
That's the concierge suite. Now that's only on Explorer and Splendor. So it's the Explorer class of ships. If you're looking at a D-grade concierge suite, the beds face the balcony and it's beautiful. Have a look at the virtual tours. The concierge suites are lovely across the fleet, but specifically on those 2 ships, just for that reason. Yeah.
Fantastic. And everyone was loving your cost comparison slides. So we can obviously, if it's okay with you, we can share those with the guys.
Please do, because it's a real no-brainer, especially when you show it to your guests. Yeah,
no, that's fab. And then someone was asking, the Barbados cruise include flights? Yeah, so I can answer that one. So that package does include flights. The £700 was if clients want to upgrade to premium economy. So the package was based on economy flights, but yeah, if they want to treat themselves, yeah, it's from £700 per person to upgrade to premium. So that was that. And again, someone asking what the demographic is of the clients.
Sure. I've just been to an event today and I had this conversation with the guests and they were like, oh, are they all old? I said, no, they're not. He said, are they mature? I said, yeah, mature's the word. We like to say 50 plus. My personal opinion, though, is 40 plus. Absolutely. Like, don't be scared to recommend Regent Seven Seas Cruises to any age. They're going to have a fantastic time on board. What I will say about some of our more mature, we'll use, guests is they don't act their age. They're hilarious. You're going to see them out there partying all night. You're going to see them doing all of the zip linings and the paddle boarding excursions. Honestly, absolutely hilarious. They're a good crowd, good laugh. So yeah, no problem at all for age, I would say.
Just one more question before we move on. Someone's asking, is it kind of formal? Do guests need to dress up formally when they're on board?
Thank you for asking. I forgot to answer that. So it's elegant casual on board our ships. It's open seated dining as well. So there's no set dining times. You've got to be dressed in a tuxedo to come to dinner. It's not that kind of environment at all. It's very understated on board, actually, I'd say, for our guests. Elegant casual, people will dress smartly, and that's absolutely acceptable. Over 16 nights, there are 2 optional formal nights, and some of our guests will dress up, Some of our guests will continue to just dress smartly, but we're very much about choice.
Fantastic. Oh, that's all the questions. Thank you so much, Kelly.
Thank you.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Enjoy the rest of your evening.
See you later.
Bye,
Thanks
Kelly.
so much. Bye.
So I'm now going to hand over to Ray. So let me just find him and spotlight him to the top. Is he still on mute? Ray, are you there?
I am here.
Brill. And Ray is all the way in Miami.
I am.
Wow, how incredible. But the weather's a lot nicer over there.
It's quite nice at the moment. I can't complain.
Brilliant. So I'm going to start your presentation, Ray, and hand over to you.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So hello and good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for your time today. I am excited to introduce you to the yachting experience with the Ritz-Carlton Yacht Collection. Again, my name is Ray Huynh, and I am the Manager of Strategic Accounts for the Eastern United States, Eastern Canada, Latin America, and also Caribbean. And I am delighted to be your contact moving forward as well. So if you have any questions, of course, definitely reach out to me. We can move to the next slide, please. Thank you. All right, so let's just drop anchor and jump right on in because I do want to cover a lot of ground. So again, I'd like to introduce you to our one and only super yacht, Evrima, who will set sail on August 6th of 2022, which is coming up in just a couple months. Evrima means discovery in Greek, and she will inspire travelers to truly immerse themselves in the exceptional experiences while exploring unique destinations. As with the Ritz-Carlton on land, Evrima will feature the legendary Ritz-Carlton service through our amazing onboard ladies and gentlemen. Next slide, please. So let's take a quick look at her specifications. So Evrima will be just a little bit over 600 feet long. She will feature 149 suites, all with private terraces, and will accommodate approximately 300 guests. There are two very important ratios that I'd like to touch here as well: the crew to guest and also the guest to space ratios. So we will offer a nearly 1-to-1 crew to guest ratio on board, and this will allow us to truly focus on delivering that personalized service that your clients are accustomed to, and also that is synonymous with the Ritz-Carlton brand. And then we have the guest to space ratio. Next slide, please. So we will offer an intimate voyage with a 1 to 85.2 square feet guest to space ratio. That is currently the highest in the cruise industry, which is another feature that highlights our commitment to our mutual guests. It is also important to mention, with the current climate surrounding health and safety, that this is a valuable selling point when pitching to your clients. Next slide, please. Thank you. So here at the Ritz-Carlton Yacht Collection, we do envision a seamless experience for your clients. With this in mind, we offer an all-inclusive value that includes the following: luxury all-suite accommodations, multiple dining venues, including 24-hour in-suite dining, beverages both in the suite and throughout the yachts, onboard activities and entertainment, onboard gratuities for the restaurants, bar, and housekeeping services, standard Wi-Fi, and also access to a personal concierge. Next slide, please. Now, on board Evrima, your clients will have a generous selections of dining venues to choose from open seating to light bites to specialty dining. Each of our restaurants will feature world-class menus. The Evrima room will offer a menu with locally inspired creations reflecting the region they are currently sailing in. And then we have Talat Nam, which will showcase our creative interpretations of Southeast Asian cuisine. And then at our specialty restaurant on board called Sea, your clients can enjoy a Michelin star inspired menu created by Chef Sven Everfield of Aqua, the executive chef at the 3 Michelin star restaurant at the Ritz-Carlton in Worcester. So this is a great option for clients that are foodies and of course are looking for that elevated dining experience. Sea does offer an intimate dining venue with only 26 seats. Reservations are required and an additional fee will apply. Next slide, please. So Evrima will offer, again, all suite accommodations, each featuring a private terrace with ocean views. Our well-appointed suites will be furnished with luxurious linens, superior bath amenities, ambient lighting throughout, and a mini bar provision to your client's preferences. And we do have the highest percentage of larger suites in luxury cruising, And we also offer connecting suite options with an innovative wall system. Next slide, please. So we do offer 6 different suite categories, ranging from 300 square feet to almost 1,100 square feet of interior space. The Terrace Suite, which is our entry-level suite, is set up like a studio suite, while the remainder of our suite categories are set up like a true 1-bedroom suite. Next slide, please. So pictured here is our owner's suite. We only have 2 on board, and as you can see, they are elegantly designed and quite spacious with an almost 1,100 square feet interior. It features a wraparound private terrace with a private jacuzzi as well. And inside, you'll find a dining table for 6, plenty of lounge seating, and 2 full bathrooms with modern finishes. Pictured here is my favorite suite, the View Suite. So the View Suite offers plenty of natural light during the day with dramatic floor-to-ceiling windows all along the exterior wall of the suite. We only have 4 View Suites on board, and they start at approximately 540 square feet. And then all of our bathrooms on board include a double vanity, modern soaking tub, and also a separate shower. But I do have to note, the only suite category that actually does not have that soaking tub will be our Terrace Suite, which again is that entry-level suite. Next slide, please. So the Terrace Suites, again, they are entry-level suites, and they have been thoughtfully designed to maximize the space with a modern and also residential feel. We do have 90 Terrace Suites on board, and they offer an interior space of 300 square feet. And as I mentioned before, we do offer connecting and also convertible suites. These are great options for guests that are traveling with friends, perhaps large families, or even clients that just want additional square footage. So for our connecting suites, we do have an innovative wall system instead of the traditional connecting door. When opened, it offers a 7x7 opening between the 2 suites. And then our convertible suites, they feature a Murphy bed system, which when utilized, it offers additional dining and or office space for 4. So this is a great option for groups with meeting planners that require, let's say, an additional space for an office. Next slide, please. Thank you. And our public spaces are designed to be intimate and relaxed with an elegant residential atmosphere. We offer a total of 2 pools, a main and an adult pool, and 3 jacuzzis on board. And in our lounge and bar areas, we'll offer a variety of entertainment experiences, which will resemble a peaceful retreat by day and then social scene by night. And then probably the most popular space on board will most likely be our marina. So when Arima is anchored, and weather and also local authorities permitting, your clients will have direct access to the water right from the marina platform. So we will be offering complimentary non-motorized water toys, such as paddleboards, kayaks, snorkeling accessories, and more. And then a very common question that we do get is Arima available for children and family? The answer is yes. So we are family friendly, and we do welcome children as young as 6 months old. The Ritz Kids program will be available for children ages 4 through 12. And we'll be offering morning, afternoon, and also evening sessions. An additional fee would apply here. And then the Ritz-Carlton Spa on board will feature indoor-outdoor treatment rooms and also the finest spa products to awaken the senses. We will have a beauty lounge for the ladies and also a grooming salon for the gentlemen. Our state-of-the-art fitness center will be equipped with techno gym equipment, along with group exercise classes, personal training, and also fitness on demand. And then just a little bit about our itineraries and our design behind it, right? So our itineraries are designed to offer a relaxed and more casual yachting experience. We will offer more overnights in select ports of calls, with most voyages ranging between 7 and 10 nights. We will offer plenty of opportunity for back-to-back voyages as well without repeating ports. And due to the intimate size of Arima, your clients will have access to coveted yachting destinations as well. And as you can see from the graph located here at the bottom right, so Arima will spend the summer months in the Mediterranean and then the winter months in the Caribbean and Central America. So we currently offer 3 transatlantic crossing opportunities, and then voyages are available for for browsing and booking, starting in August of 2022 through April of 2024 at the moment. And so here are some selling opportunities for the 2022 Mediterranean season. Please note that most have limited availability at the moment. Our Med season, they are quite popular at the moment, especially in 2022. But I'm happy to quickly highlight one of our 11-night voyage here from Nice to Barcelona that departs on October 22nd of 2022. So during this voyage, your clients will have overnight opportunities among the jewels of the French Riviera, the yacht-filled harbor of Monte Carlo, and the beachy boulevards of Nice. Then we'll call on colorful French villages that inspired artists from Van Gogh to Picasso, en route to the beautiful bay roses in Spain. And then I am also happy to share that we are now part of Marriott Bonvoy. So members will have the potential to earn and also redeem points, and depending on their elite status, added benefits will be extended as well. To learn more about our partnership with Marriott Bonvoy, please visit our website under the Offers and Programs section. And then we are committed to creating a safe environment that protects the well-being of our guests and employees, and also the communities to which we sail. With our public health landscape ever changing, our policies will be continually evaluated and modified accordingly as we approach our first sail date. Our protocols and requirements do include proof of vaccination, testing requirements prior to boarding and throughout voyage, safe sailing best practices, contact tracing, and also isolation protocols, extra safety measures while ashore, and also travel protection or travel insurance. To learn more, you can visit our website for additional information. And then if you have not already created a travel professional account, I encourage you to do so today. I am happy to share that If Only is already registered as an agency, so you just do need to create a travel agent profile if you have not already done so. To create your travel agent account, you'll need your agency accreditation number and type, along with your contact information. You'll have access to a number of marketing resources, such as a digital brochure, client presentation, image library, and more. All right, I'm sorry, let's see here. Oh, okay, and then as I start to wrap things up here, I'm happy to share some exciting news. I'm sorry about that. So I'd like to introduce you to actually our next gen super yachts. So this is, again, very, very exciting. We do have Ilma and Luminara. So Ilma is Maltese for water, and we will set sail in 2024. And Luminara is Spanish for Child of the Stars, and we'll set sail in 2025. Both will be larger than the Rima. They'll be about 800 feet long. And they will have space on board for about 450 guests. And then lastly here, so finally, if you do not follow us on social media already, please do so to receive the latest updates. So at this moment in time, if you do log on and just take a browse, you are able to find real images of Arima posted on our social media accounts. She looks absolutely stunning, and we will be continuing to post updates as we get closer to our voyage date. So it's a great way just to see the progress that we're making going along the way. And with that said, thank you all for joining me on this journey today, and I am happy to take any questions at this time.
That was brilliant, Ray. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Charlotte.
Do we have any questions, Gemma? Is there any in the chat?
There aren't any in the box. Obviously, Ray's done such a good job of explaining amazing products. And one thing I was going to say is, obviously, Ray mentioned a couple of Med itineraries there. We don't actually sell Med, but our sister brand Elegant Resorts do. So I'm sure you'll be able to access it via them. So if anyone does have any customers interested in Med, but I'm sure you're all going to push them to book Caribbean anyway, so it's all fine.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Thank you for letting me know.
Oh, don't worry. We've not noticed either, so it's fine. But just lots of thank yous for a great presentation, Ray. And it's such an exciting new product. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Today, and enjoy the rest of your afternoon in sunny Miami.
Thank you so much.
See you later.
Have a great evening, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye. Okay, so our final presentation of the evening is with Tradewind Voyages. Now, they couldn't join us, but they've created a Zoom video for everybody. So I'm going to hit play. Now, hopefully I've shared the sound. I'm sure I did, but please do let me know if the sound isn't working. So I'm going to press play.
Hi there, I'm Mark and this is Katie and we're part of the Tradewind Voyages sales team. We're really sorry we're not able to join you live tonight, but we just thought we'd record a little presentation for you and introduce you to our fabulous product, Tradewind Voyages, and the destinations that we go to. So we're just going to start by playing a short little video. So hopefully that gave you a little flavour of and taster of our beautiful ship, the Golden Horizon. So what we'll do is we're going to break this into three little chunks for you. We're going to introduce you to the ship, the voyages, and then the destinations that we go to. Maybe not necessarily in that order, but we'll see what happens from there. So we'll start with our ship. So basically, if okay, Katie, if I take this first slide. So the Golden Horizon is the world's largest and newest square-rigged sailing ship in the world. Katie and myself were lucky enough to be on board last summer. And you know, she is an absolutely beautiful ship. When she's got all of her sails up and the wind is behind you, she is a beautiful ship and a destination in her own right. When our parent company, the DIV Group, built the Golden Horizon, they basically made on a near replica of a 1930 built ocean vessel, the France II. But she's modern, luxurious, and retains the charm and adventure and romance of the historic ship that she once was. The France II was originally built to take dry cargo around the world. Just to set the scene on the Golden Horizon is we have 140 cabins. We can carry a maximum of 274 guests, and we have 159 crew. One of the nice little fun facts for me on this particular slide is the fact that the draft on the ship is 6.4 meters, which means we can go into really small little ports that other small sailing ships can't get to, and we'll come on to that a little bit later on in the presentation.
So Mark, I'll take this slide. I know that this is one of my kind of passion projects is the sustainability with Tradewind Voyages. As you can see, we are a sailing ship, and that's one thing that we really wanted to keep at the heart of everything that we do. So we will be sailing as much as we possibly can without using our engines, which of course makes us one of the most sustainable ways to travel. But there's other things that we are doing across the business, both in the UK and on board, to enhance our sustainability. So things such as reducing our single-use plastics on board, printing, so any kind of waivers that we have on board will all be done digitally, so we don't have the need to print. The diesel fuel that we use on board as well is one of the most eco-friendly fuels, even when it comes to things like sound emissions. So the propellers that we have on board release not much noise. So for the wildlife like whales and dolphins, it's really quite friendly. And it's something that we are always looking to improve in, because we know how important this is going forward for our guests. So a little bit about our life on board. So Golden Horizon has a magnificent dining room, as you can see here and also in the video. I mean, I think the video kind of speaks 1,000 words, and it, shows Golden Horizon off a lot better than myself and Mark can. And when you get on board, the atmosphere is absolutely fantastic. So the grand dining room is over 2 levels, and at the top of the dining room, you can see there is the bottom of our main pool. So if you are going for a dip, just make sure that your bikinis are done up tight, so you're not giving somebody a view over their eggs in the morning. And we really wanted to offer something for all tastes and preferences, so including healthy eating, sustainability and well-being, so using local produce as much as possible. With the dining, it's open seating, so guests can dine when and who and with who they want to. And we really put a lot of time and effort in our menus on board as well. So our team has been handpicked with a world-class experience. And one thing that we will be doing as we sail around the world to really immerse the guests in the local culture is, we know that locals do it best. So we'll be taking on local chefs from restaurants, bringing them on board to really replicate and to cook for our guests, to really immerse them in the local culture of where we're sailing to. Mark, I'll pass on to you, because I know that the library is your favourite area.
This is one of my favourite areas. Thank you, Katie. This is one of my favourite areas on board the Golden Horizon. The library is at the back of the aft of the ship, and this is home to loads and loads of different types of books. It's really peaceful. It's really quiet around here. Also in this area, you'll find our shop, which will have all of the local necessities, or the necessities that you need should you have to left some stuff behind. Also plenty of little souvenirs and stuff that you can buy from there. Also in this area, you'll find our shore excursions manager, who will be able to take bookings for your guests for the shore excursions program that we'll offer on board. We also have on board the Golden Horizon our piano bar, which is in the bottom right-hand corner. This is a really, really nice area. And when the pianist is playing, all the music then crescendos down through the main dining room, which is the image that Katie just showed you a second ago. But this is really, really nice when the pianist is playing, especially in the evenings, for if your guests want to have a drink after dinner, they can settle around the piano and enjoy the ambience from there. Katie, you're the spa bunny out of the two of us, so I'll pass it over to you.
I am. So we have an incredible spa on board as well. And one of the things that I was most shocked at is just how big the spa was. So within the spa, we have a sauna, a hammam, a jacuzzi, and also a snow room. And that is kind of what it says on the tin. It will snow on you, so it's fantastic for keeping your skin youthful, going from the hot and the cold. It's operated by Ocean View Monaco, and the spa will also offer a range of treatments, including treatments that will be using products such as Kerastase, and we are the only cruise ship that will be using La Mer products as well. And if you know the quality of La Mer products, you know the kind of quality that our guests can expect when they come to the spa. All of the treatments are at an additional cost. However, the use of the sauna, hammam and snow room are all free of charge for guests to use when they want to. There's also a fantastic little area in the top right-hand photo for guests just to sit down and relax. If they just want to soak in the spa atmosphere, then they can do so there as well. So Mark, I'll pass this one back on to you for bars.
I like a good drink from time to time. So when it comes to the bars on board, so we have the image here at the top here is of our main swimming pool, which, as Katie said, then has the glass bottom which went down into the main dining room. Also around here we have our pool bar, which is the first place that your guests can grab a drink during the course of the day, and the pool bar will generally close as the sun goes down in the evenings. We then have the piano bar, which I spoke about a couple of slides ago, and then we also have Dembelliac's bar, which is Dembelliac's bar is basically home to some of the world's finest gins and whiskies, and that's just located just around by the main reception area. We then also have our main dining room where you can get a drink during the course of your dinner. Water sports activities, I'm happy to take this one as well, Katie. So when it comes to activities on board, we have a gym, which is an oversized gym for a vessel of our size. I'm not too sure who really wants to go to the gym when on holiday, but the option is there for guests where they want to. We then have this incredible dive pool, which is about 4.3 meters deep. So the dive pool, we'll have our dive master, who's currently Craig, on board, and he'll be able to offer anything from beginners courses up to those that want to practice, those that have their PADI licenses that want to practice their diving before going out onto the open water. The amazing thing about our dive pool is that it has glassed side walls to it. So, and these glass side walls then lead down into our lecture theatre. So if you wanted to, if your guests are away with their partner, husband, wife, if they wanted to see what their other half looks like underneath the water, they'd be able to do so when they can watch their partner. If they're having a dive instructor with Craig, they can watch from the lecture theatre, which is quite cool to do from there. We also then have a dipping pool, and then we have our main swimming pool, which we showed you on a slide earlier. Every morning we will do yoga and Tai Chi sessions up on the main deck. So it's a nice way for those that want to be up early or early risers, go and join our yoga instructor, and they can then basically, you can do that first in the morning. But really one of the absolute highlights for me is our water sports marina at the back of the Golden Horizon. So whenever we can, we'll drop the back of the Golden Horizon and get all of our water sports activities out. So we have loads of non-motorized water sports activities, which are all free of charge. And again, in keeping with the sustainability side of our offering, making sure that they're not harming the environment or anything else like that. We also have hobby cats, which those who are not familiar with hobby cats is where you hold onto them and dive down into the water. There will be a small charge for using those when on board. And then this is where also your guests will be able to go diving off the back of the Golden Horizon as well. So there you go, back over to you, Katie.
Thank you. So for our guests on board, we will be offering a plethora of shore excursions in each of the ports that we'll be heading to, with a different variety of kind of activities. So from hiking to creating local dishes, and going to see the top sites. And these are all offered before guests join their voyage, and of course they can book it with our shore excursions team when they get on board as well. But to go through where your guests will be staying, we have different varieties of cabins, and it's quite simple. We kind of break it down into 3 different types. So we have our suites, which are our top level cabins. So our suites are around about 52 square meters. So really, really fantastic size. They have a separate living area to bedroom area. And the living area also has a sofa that converts into a bed. So these cabins can sleep up to 4 adults. What's really great is that they have 2 separate bathrooms as well, and the bedroom area does kind of separate from the living area. So you have got that privacy if you've got 2 couples that are wanting to kind of stay in together. They also have their own private balcony. And within the suite, you also get a mini fridge, concierge service, daily canapes. And with this, you also get our most upgraded drinks package, which we'll touch on shortly. So the Golden All-In collection is all included for free within the suites. So it really makes that upselling for you guys so much easier. We then have deluxe balcony cabins. These are all located on the main deck. We have 32 of these, and they are roughly 32 square meters as well. Within these deluxe balconies, they of course have their own private balconies, sitting area and bed. These can sleep up to 2 adults and 3 adults, sorry, or 2 adults and 2 children. There we go. And they also have a full bathroom with a whirlpool bath. And then last but by all means not least, we have our outside cabins, and these range from around about 12 to 16 square meters and are a fantastic size. They're really light and airy. They all have 2 porthole windows. They again all have a sitting area, and they are a brilliant size. They also have a shower room only as well. Then just moving on to what's included in our fare. So within the fare, we include all meals, all of the soft drinks throughout the guest's voyage, the daytime and evening entertainment, all of the non-motorized water sports activities, basic Wi-Fi access, and access to the gym, sauna, snow room, and hammam. Now, as I kind of touched on just then, we also have drinks packages that you can add on to your guests. So we have our starting collection, which is the Horizon Beer and Wine collection. Now, this one gives your guests unlimited access to bottled beers and wines, and that starts at £41 per person per day. We then have the Masters collection. So if your guests enjoy cocktails and liqueurs, then this will cost £49 per person per day. However, if you've got clients that just want everything taken care of before they join, then we have our all-in collection. So this includes the Masters drinks collection, free upgraded Wi-Fi to the highest Wi-Fi level. All of the laundry services and basic gratuities are all included, and that works out to be £64 per person per day. So when you work out the difference between the all-in collection and the Horizon and Beer and Wine collection, what you're getting for your money to go for that all-in collection is really worth the upsell as well. So Mark, I'm going to pass on to you to cover our voyages quickly.
Cool. So to put simply, I know that we're on a short time limit here, so to put very simply, we will be sailing in the Mediterranean this coming summer. And really just to sort of, we touched upon at the very beginning how Golden Horizon can visit some amazing small little places. The perfect example being when we do our Greek itineraries this coming August and September, is that we're going to visit Liros in the Greek islands, and we will be the first international cruise line company that's ever visited that little island. So that does highlight the uniqueness about where we go. So once we've done Mediterranean 2022, we're then going to come across the Caribbean for our winter season 22-23. So we're going to arrive into the Caribbean early November, and we're going to depart the Caribbean in around about April time 2023. The majority of our voyages in the Caribbean will be 7-day Barbados round trips, and we will transition from Barbados up to Antigua, where there'll be a few Antigua round trips before coming back down to Barbados again. And then when we've concluded our Caribbean season,
sorry, just really quickly with the Caribbean season as well, we'll be going to some really small ports within the Caribbean, like Jos Van Dyke Islands within the Virgin Islands, and some really kind of what I would call yacht islands that you can only visit on your own private yachts, but we'll be visiting there because we've got that really shallow draft. Sorry, Mark, back over to you.
I know, Katie, you've sailed around the Caribbean many times before, so it's an area that you're very passionate about. And then after the Caribbean, we'll then come back to Mediterranean 2023, where we've broken up the itineraries into sort of 3 distinct areas. So we'll start off with round trips from Barcelona. We're then going to transition over to Italy and covering off a number of round trips from Rome. We're then going to transition back to Split, where we'll be covering the beautiful Adriatic coast before coming back down to Greece, where there'll be some Athens round trips, but also for 2023, we're going to have some Rhodes round trips in there as well. So some fantastic opportunities for your clients from that perspective. And then if we just conclude the presentation with why sail with us, I'm happy to read off a few of these if you take the last few, Katie. So really our unique selling points are we're the world's largest and newest square-rigged sailing vessel. We're able to visit remote locations which cannot be accessed by the larger cruise vessels. We sail to ports never visited by other international cruise ships, so Liros being the perfect example by that. Wherever possible, we want to be powered by nature, so with the winds behind us and using the currents to take us from one destination to another. We have our very small guest numbers, especially in the current climate with COVID, we can go to small little ports and disembark guests nice and safely and have them coming back on again. And we offer plenty of cultural immersion experiences with the wide open decks. Katie, I'll hand over just so you can read off the last few.
Of course. So all of our cabins will enjoy an ocean view or a balcony. We of course have our Marina platform, and we will be using that as much as we possibly can with these ports that we'll be heading to, especially within the Caribbean. What a fantastic way to kind of be able to swim off your own ship and to use the water sports as well. Of course, our dive pool for those that are diving enthusiasts or for those that just have always wanted to try it in the safety of their own ship, they can do so. We have our beautiful spa featuring La Mer products. We also have our outdoor Horizon Bar and Grill, which we again have spent a lot of time and money on enhancing this so guests can dine under the sails and the stars. And then we have our safe sailing protocols and our financial COVID protection as well, which can all be found on our website, or of course you can ask your If Only when you give If Only a call. So we also have our own social medias, so you can keep up to date with any offers. We also post some fantastic packages that I've have pulled together for us. So our Facebook page is Tradewind Voyages Agent Partners. And of course, if you have got any questions, please give Iphone a call and they'll be happy to help you package us up with anything that your clients require as well. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. You can see us, hopefully.
There you go, we're back. I would just like to say again, so sorry we're not able to join you tonight. Hope you found it really informative, and just to also say that If Only have been really great supporters of Tradewind Voyages right from the very beginning. So thank you to their team as well.
Absolutely. Thank you ever so much, everybody, for your time.
Fantastic. So we can't do any questions for Tradewinds because they're not really theirs. So that's good because we are running slightly behind schedule. I think we're being a little bit over ambitious to fit it all into an hour and a half, but please stick with us because we've got the best bit next, which is our Ask the Expert section with the lovely Lorraine Donnelly, who is one of our tailor-made team leaders and one of our cruise specialists. So before we get into a quick chat with Lorraine, we just wanted to highlight, so this is our tailor-made team as it stands at the moment. So there might be some familiar names on there and you can now put some faces to names. And we've put little stars around our cruise specialists so you can see who you're going to be talking to when you ring through with a cruise inquiry. But I know we're short on time, so without further ado, we're going to go into the Q&A with the lovely Lorraine. And basically we asked for people to send across questions before we went live, and we've had quite a few, so we'll try and rattle through them as quickly as possible, but they're great questions, so I think you'll get a lot from this section. So keep your pens and your notepads at hand. So Lorraine, thank you so much for joining us this evening. So here is your first question that we've had through. So do you offer out of date range packages at If Only?
Yeah, so out of date range is a must for cruise because most of the cruise lines are on sale until 2024. They're so far out now, so yeah, we will package that up for you, use out of date range flights. We'll guarantee the price for you as well, so you know we're not going to come back in 2 years' time and ask you for more money. The airlines, we use really good airlines. We'll give you the most direct route that we can give you on there as well, but the airline and the route is TBA until they come into date. That's no different from what another cruise line would do anyway. So once that comes in, we'll allocate that to the booking. If you've got a request for an airline, we can add that in, and if it's within the cost, then we can allocate that to your booking, and then we'll send you through a copy of the flights and any ground that you've booked once it comes into date range. So yeah, works well.
Perfect. Thank you so much. If the cruise line has a drinks package, can we add these onto the bookings for our agents?
Yeah, so most cruise lines will have a drinks package or an option to book a fare with a drinks package. And we're really lucky actually because most of them give us, if we've got net rates through that cruise line, we can get a net with the drinks package on it. So it means we're still getting that really competitive fare, but we get the added value on there as well. So yeah, definitely if your client's looking for the drinks package, and some cruise lines will still do it without the drinks package as well. So we're very flexible. You just need to let us know what your client needs.
Amazing. If our agents have got a customer who wants a specific cabin number, is this something that you guys can organise?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, a specific cabin or suite. I mean, most cruise passengers will want to book their cabin or their suite anyway. And if you're unsure as to where to put them, because you're maybe inexperienced on cruise, we can recommend where exactly to put them, where you know they're going to be happy and not have any complaints on there. So definitely, yeah.
Perfect. Can we get our agents access to Cruise Personalizer for their clients?
Yeah, and we definitely recommend that the clients use the Cruise Personalizer because there's so much stuff on there now because of COVID. They have to do like their health checklists and it gives them all the protocols, and they have to tick a lot of stuff to say that they've done that and that they've read that, and they can also pre-book their dining, which is really important to make sure that they get into the speciality restaurants, book their excursions, and it probably saves the agent going through all that as well. So we just need to give you the reference number and we can do that. Most of the cruise lines as well have got apps now, so you can put it on your phone, and then once you're on board as well, you can check all the entertainment. on board and all the schedules for the day as well, and they send you reminders if you've got something booked as well, which is really good. So yeah, definitely get the reference number so that you can give that to the client.
Brilliant. When an agent has booked a cruise package with ourselves, if the client's flight is delayed, will the cruise line hold the ship until the passengers arrive, obviously within reason?
Yeah, so they do within reason. I think for us as well, we sell long haul destinations, so we've normally always got that one night pre-cruise in there, because I was thinking about this other day, we've never really had that instance. We have got an out hours number as well, so if somebody was really stuck somewhere, we've got an emergency number that's on the client's paperwork, so they can phone us and we would assist and facilitate the clients to get there. But it's at all protected, so it's our responsibility to get the client to that ship on there, and we would obviously make that happen. So yeah, I mean, I think it takes the risk out of it for the agent, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think that's probably one of the key selling points of booking a package with us, that you have got that at-all protection. So you know that whatever happens, we're going to get your customer to the ship in some shape or form as there are any issues en route. The next question we had is, if a customer makes a booking on board, will the agent get the commission back for the booking?
Yeah, so we've had quite a few of these actually recently, so it works really well on the cruise lines. So they'll offer the clients extra benefits for booking on board. So that booking always goes back to whoever's booked the client on board. So we get the booking back, then we'll contact the agent a lot of the time before the clients come back to say they've booked on board, this is what they've booked, this is the information, can you contact them when they come back, and then we can package round about that for you. But yeah, the agent would get the commission on the booking as well, so it's definitely passed back, so you can feel confident recommending that they do that on board.
Fantastic, brilliant. Another question, do we pay commission on the full price of the package, or are there any non-commissionable elements?
Yeah, so cruise is the same as every other booking that anybody does through IF, only you get paid commission on the whole package on there. So even with the non-coms, with the cruise lines or the taxis on the airfare, we still pay commission on it. So yeah, definitely.
Okay, and is it just the flights and cruise elements that we book, someone has asked?
We have loads of ground product, we have tours, and a lot of the time you get a client that will come that's maybe had like something for Imagine Cruising, which is obviously direct, and we can get them that kind of tour, and we get loads of customers that we convert because of that. So yeah, villas, rail, touring, accommodation, everything really that we sell we can add on to a cruise on there. So we've got a huge range of product, and we've got like cruise airfares as well, so we're very competitive on what we've got there as a big wide range. So we can, most of the stuff we get is tailor-made, so we don't really get a lot of the stuff that's sold into a package. It's really this client wants this, and sometimes the cruise is the smallest part, it could be a huge itinerary, and we will build that completely from start to finish for you.
No, that's great. And someone else has asked, why do we only sell certain cruise lines?
So it's the same with just the other products that we sell. We sell what we think fits with the brand, so we're a luxury brand, and also what fits the destinations that we sell, because we don't sell every destination. And for where we get the best rates and the best commissions as well, because we want to be competitive on what we sell. So rather than sell everything and maybe not selling something quite well, we'll sell a smaller range of products, but we'll do it very well. So it's just a bit more exclusive, and you have a lot better relationships as well with the cruise lines because of that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that makes complete sense. And interestingly, a couple of our cruise partners tonight have mentioned Europe. So I did give Elegant Resorts, our sister brand, a little plug there. So yeah, if there are any European itineraries from any of the cruise partners who we've been hearing from tonight, do give Elegant a shout. But do we have any plans to sell Europe from an if-only perspective?
It's not in the plans for 2022. I mean, it is an opportunity to sell Europe on there. So I mean, if you sign up to the Facebook partners page, we're obviously looking at new destinations now. We've came out the pandemic and we're starting to obviously look at new plans, so any kind of updates will be on that Facebook page and any new destinations that we're looking to sell, but it's not in the plans just yet.
Yeah, Okay. And then someone else has asked, are our cruise prices competitive?
Yeah, so we've worked really, really hard to get the most competitive prices. I mean, one cruise line, for instance, will only give nets across the whole range to 20 agent partners in the UK, and we are one of them. So we've set up tour operator rates, we've got nets on most cruise lines or enhanced commission. We set up groups to get extra benefits, and we try and sell into the group. So yeah, we're very competitive. The conversion's really high on cruise because of that. We've obviously got the cruise fares on the airlines as well, and because we directly contract a lot of the hotels as well, the ground part of it's competitive as well. So yeah, the really good offering on there. I'm very confident on what we're selling, that we're not overly expensive on anybody. It's good.
And I think sometimes people are shocked because we are a luxury tour operator, and people presume that, you know, we're going to be expensive, but actually because we get these amazing net rates and then we have access to these amazing fares and such great rates for our ground suppliers, yeah, our prices are really, really good.
If we ever have an instance where we're not either, I mean,
Yeah.
I'll be on the phone, I'll pick the inquiry up, I see most of the stuff that comes in, I will phone an account manager and I will say, we're up against this price and can you do something on it? So sometimes we are sending it to like a revenue management team, so we will go into that level of detail if we get feedback that it is expensive against somebody else, but we don't get that because we have the rates in place already at the front end.
And I think that's really reassuring for everyone to hear. And then just the last question we had through, actually, and we've got a couple on the chat which we can look at, but just, you know, why book with If Only? What's the benefit of booking a cruise package with If Only?
So I think the big thing is the atoll protection and taking the risk off the agent. I mean, everybody will know how difficult it was through the pandemic when you had all those bookings that you'd packaged. We will take that package, we will protect that package for the client. And as I said, the out hours number, so if you have any issues on there, because the cruise lines can't do a lot of the packages that clients want, they can't add all that ground, they don't have the scope on there, so you want to have somebody that's going to put that all together and bond that for you, so you're not having to do it yourself. The team are fantastic, they've been on loads of cruises, they have got loads of knowledge, and they're really nice as well, and they'll bend over backwards to help you convert that for your client. We've got good incentives in place as well, so you're incentivised for every cruise booking you do. And sometimes there's extra ones like that Regent one that they've put on until the end of the month as well for the new Regent incentive on there. And we'll be really flexible as well. If you've got a direct price, we'll work with you on the commission and our margin to try and meet you somewhere where you can convert that booking for the client, really. I think that's everything really for doing it. Yeah,
it's just a no-brainer. I think you know, if you're not a cruise specialist, it can be quite daunting when you get a cruise inquiry through, and we can kind of take that pain away because we've got a specialist at the end of the phone and we've got access to all the different elements that you need to put a great package together for your customer. So no, that's fab. We've had a couple of questions from the chat, but because we're running short on time, David's been on it, our ops director, he's been answering those, so thank you so much, David. But if anyone else has got any, please just quickly pop them on. But before we go to the exciting bit, the quiz, where we've got some chances to win amazing prizes, I just wanted to say thanks to Lorraine. I hope you found that useful. I think it's so great when you actually get to hear from one of our guys who is dealing with a product day in, day out, so you're kind of hearing it from the horse's mouth. And I've literally filled my notepad with notes tonight. I just think we had a real nice mix of really different cruise partners on there. So yeah, I hope you found it as useful as I have. And thanks again to Lorraine for answering all of those questions. We're getting lots of thanks. So yeah,
thanks everyone, and phone us with your cruise inquiries so we can get you some booking.
I think, you know, if Jill's just had to leave, that's fine. But yeah, we're just going to be doing the quiz now. So if you can stay on, it's worthwhile staying on. We've got some nice prizes up for grabs. Right, okay, I'll hand over to you, Charlotte, to take us through the quiz, and then we'll do the prizes at the end.
Brilliant. So now is the time for the quiz. So we need you to either get your phones out and scan the QR code. So literally open up your camera, scan the QR code and enter your full name. If you're not using a mobile device and you want to do it on a desktop, you can go to slido.com and add 7862502. into the code section. Now, don't worry, this isn't going to disappear. I'm just going to go next so I can start seeing who's joining. Wow, you're all experts. Look at this. This is brilliant. So I'll just give you a couple of minutes, just get everybody in. So it looks like we've got a few in there already.
And we've got 4 lovely prizes up for grabs. I forgot to say that. So the top 4 placed people who have been paying attention and have got fastest fingers will be going away with prizes tonight. So we've got a lovely L'Occitane hamper. We've got some La Mer products. We've got a £30 one for all voucher, and we've also got a £50 love to shop voucher. So it's all to play for. So very exciting.
Yeah, looks like we're getting a few more people in. I'll just give it another minute. Now with Slido, the questions will appear either on your phone or on your desktop, so make sure you're looking down. Don't forget to click submit. I've done this a few times and people have answered it but haven't submitted those answers. And as Gemma said, it is fastest fingers first as well. So we've got 27 joining us at the moment. Is there anybody else wanting to join? I'll just give you a few seconds.
And maybe go for it, Charlotte. Yeah, I think some people haven't got enough memory and stuff, so I think everybody who was going to join
have joined. Brilliant. Right, so eyes down, and I'll start off with the first question.
I'm trying to join, but I can't.
Oh, okay.
My phone says something about being on safe driving mode because I was in my car. I don't know what it's.
Oh, it could be because your phone still thinks you're there. I do apologise, Bev. Try and see if you can join us because you'll still be able to catch up.
Okay.
So hopefully people read that first question. How many people does SeaDream cater for? And it looks like quite a few of you knew the answer. It was 112 people. Right, we're on to the second question. How much did SeaDream spend on their recent refurb in dollars? Was it 15 million, 10 million, or 12 million? Couple of seconds to answer this one. Let's see who was listening. Oh, again, yeah, a bit of a mixed bag, but the answer was 10 million. Congratulations to those who got that one right. Next question. Name the Regent Seven Seas largest suite size in square feet. Now, she didn't have a slide on this, but she did mention it quite extensively. So is it 4,001, 3,000 or 4,443 square feet? This one could change it up. Oh, no, that's great. That was correct, 4,443. Next question. Regent Seven Seas ships provide extravagant freedom for guests. What's the largest number of guests on their biggest ship? Is it 600, 732 or 540 passengers? Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, 732 passengers. So there should be a bit of a leaderboard now so we can see where everybody's getting to. Here we go. So we've got Emma in first place, 4 out of 4 correct. Claire Spicer, Francesca and Anika just behind. So they're our top 4 at the moment, but this all could change in the next 4 questions. The Ritz-Carlton Yacht Arima stands for what in Greek? Discovery, adventure or spectacular? Let's see if we know this one. 2 seconds to answer. And it was Discovery. And how many new yachts are Ritz-Carlton launching in the next few years? Is it 3 new ones, another one single yacht, or 2 more? Let's see who got it right. Oh, again, a bit of a mixed bag. 2 is the correct answer. So what is the name of Tradewind Voyages ship? Is it the Golden Voyager, the Golden Horizon, or the Golden Dream? They've only got one, so this one's quite easy, surely. Nearly everybody got that right. So Golden Horizon. And last question, The all-in collection available on Tradewind, which includes drinks, Wi-Fi, laundry and gratuities, is how much per person per day? 63, 62 or 64? And it was 64. So let's see who our winners are.
Everyone's really paid attention. I'm impressed.
Our top 4 all getting 8 out of 8, which is brilliant. So I'm just going to quickly take a picture of this. So remember, if Emma S could just put her email address for me, or all of 4, so the top 4 could put their email addresses in the chat so we can contact you with your prizes. That would be absolutely brilliant.
So so Emma has won the L'Occitane hamper. Francesca has won the La Mer products. Lourdes has won the £30 one for all voucher. And Simon has won the £50 Love to Shop voucher. So congratulations.
Brilliant. So I'm just wait. I think I've seen Lord. I've seen 2 email addresses go in. I've seen Emma Savage. I've seen you comment. Could you just prop your email or drop us? That'd be great. Brilliant. Perfect. So that is the end. You won't let me go past this now. Bear with me. Always get a technical fault right at the end.
Yeah, maybe just stop share.
Yeah, there we go. Let's see everybody.
Yeah. Oh God, that's it. Oh guys, thank you so much for bearing with us. I think we were being a bit overly ambitious trying to fit it all into an hour and a half, but you've stuck with us. So thank you so much. And I hope you found it really worthwhile. Massive thank you to you all. Massive thank you to David, to Leslie, to Lorraine for doing such a sterling job of answering the questions, to my amazing colleague Charlotte, who's the tech queen, who's pulled all the presentations together and done the quiz. It's been a great evening. I just don't know where that's flown to, and it's Friday tomorrow, which is even better. So no, just on behalf of us all at If Only, a massive thank you to you all for your continued support. You know, we're just coming out of what's been the toughest 2 years ever, and it finally feels like travel's moving forward instead of going round in circles. And you know, we can't thank you guys enough for the support that you give us, for your patience. And yeah, hopefully we're going to see a large influx of cruise bookings coming through. Yeah, and don't forget, if anyone wants to charter that SeaDream private yacht and you need anyone to host it for you, Charlotte and I are available.
Absolutely.
But no, guys, thank you so much for taking the time this evening. TV's rubbish at the moment anyway. You're much better spending it with us, finding out all the latest of what's going on in the cruise world. But yeah, thanks for your time. Congratulations again to our winners. And hopefully Charlotte and I'll see you all soon. We will be doing another one of these in July. We're going to do a tailor-made showcase. So that'll be exciting. We'll have some of our key tailor-made and touring partners on. And our next webinar Wednesday is on the 8th of June. And that's going to be with Queensland Tourism. So that'll be a good one. So don't miss that. But keep your eyes on the Facebook page and we'll keep you updated with all of their latest news and developments. So thank you so much and have a great evening. We'll see you.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Thanks very much. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.